Everyone, it's Kiri here for Hip Kit Club, and I am working with the November kits. And my focus for this layout was on the fabulous new stamp sets. It's the Fair Isle Borders stamp set, and I'm also using mainly elements from the main kit and the embellishment kit. So I've pulled out a number of pattern papers, but actually I don't end up using, I don't think any of them. Anyway, so stamping, let's have a look at that. So the Fair Isle Border set, there are one, two, three, four, five, six. I had to count them. Six different borders. They're sort of like a knitted border. And I decided that I was just going to stamp lots and lots of rows of these in traditional Christmas colours, so in the reds and greens. And I'm just using some inks, some older inks from previous kits. So I have a red, and then I have a sort of a lighter green, and then a tealy green. And I'm just going to stamp all of those different borders in the different colours. And then I'm going to actually, I was going to do something different actually, and then I decided I was going to cut them all out. So, which is what I do. And I'm not going to show you me stamping everything because I do pretty much a whole 12 by 12 of stamping, and it obviously takes a little while. So you get the idea anyway. I'm just adding the ink to my stamp, and then pressing it down evenly onto my white cardstock. And there you go, as if by magic, all done. And I've cut them all out, and I've distressed the edges, and I've sort of put them in a vertical design running down the page. And now what I'm going to do is I decided to pull out the Nouveau embellishment mousse because I really loved using that. I think it was on my last layer. And I've taken the snowflake die, which you can see there, and that is from the Mitten and Snowflake metal die set. I've also pulled in the Lindy's Magical Powders. This is the Trust the Process red, and I'm mixing the mousse with that. So I've got one of the mousse in just the plain colour, and then I'm just mixing this. Now it does make it a little bit pinkier. I did add a bit more red to it, but it's fine. Actually, it worked out quite well. So I'm just applying it to a piece of white cardstock in a reasonably thin layer, and then I was just sort of trying to get a bit of texture onto it. So you'll see in a moment, I think I sort of just I'm just sort of patting it with my little palette knife there, just trying to sort of lift it up. However, when it dried, it did dry a bit flatter. I thought I might have got a little bit more texture on it, but anyway, that's fine. Okay, and there we go. I've stitched down all of those stamped distressed strips, and I've cut out a load of snowflakes now that the mousse was dry. So then I can start to sort of build up my layout. So I've got my photo here, and then I've just got these snowflakes, and I'm just sort of placing them around the page, and they're going to be effectively, one of the embellishments that I wanted to use. And I don't use too many other elements actually, like embellishments. There's a few bits and pieces, but actually not a lot, because I've got that lovely stamped textured background, and then with the snowflakes, I've got quite a lot of pattern already, which I really, really liked. Okay, so I'm mounting my photo. I was making a decision there whether to mount it on a red paper but I really like the green actually. So this is the green from the cardstock kit called Spruce. And I'll distress the edges, and then I can get my photo stuck down. And this photo it was a couple of weekends ago actually. We went down to visit my husband's aunt and uncle down near the South Kent coast. And we had a lovely day out in a really pretty village. It's really lovely. And we had lunch and wandered around the shops. And it was, really, really nice to spend time with them because it'd been ages. So, so it was really nice. And it felt really festive as well. So, yeah. Okay, so photo is now stuck down, and then I've got my snowflakes just sort of working where they're going. What you can see me doing is I'm just sort of curling up the edges slightly, just to create a little bit of dimension before I stick them down, because I won't stick them down totally flat. I'll just add a bit of glue to the centre. Okay, so now I'm bringing in some of the embellishments. So this is the journaling ephemera. It's from the embellishment kit, and I'm just having a look and seeing if there's anything that I can make work. So I obviously always like to add journaling. So I was just having a look to see what could work. So whether I tuck something in, but I really love this little note card here. So I'm just curved up the edges of that, and I'm going to tuck that into the side of the photo. So I really like how that looks. And then, oh, here we go. Moved on. Oh, so I pulled out some of the ephemera now. So I've got the journaling card as you'd seen, so I can get that stuck down now. So just tucking that in. The 2 large flower clusters with some fussy cut flowers from one of the pattern papers from the main kit. I had those fussy cut from last time. And then I've got a little, the nutcracker from the ephemera in the main kit, and then the chipboard, that little house there. The chipboard is in the embellishment kit, and then the chipboard phrase there, which says good times and happy memories. I'm just going to get that tucked in underneath. So really here, it's just about building up, I'm fiddling around here, deciding where the house goes and making sure that you can still see the phrase on the chipboard piece. And that's another little chipboard branch, sort of foliage there. And now I can get everything stuck down. So tucking that one under, I chopped a little bit off there because it was going to be hidden. I thought I might as well use it around the top. And then just adding some other small foliage pieces, the ephemera, making sure that they're all stuck down. I've got a little candy cane here that gets moved around quite a bit before I decide where it's going to go, as usual. Actually, I didn't do too badly. I got things, stuck down fairly quickly. But yeah, that one gets moved around a little bit. Okay, so snowflakes. So now I can get the snowflakes stuck down. And like I already said, I am just going to stick them down in the centre only. Okay, so while I do that, just as a quick note, Hip Kits, if you're not already a subscriber, pop on over to the hipkitclub.net website and you'll find all the details about subscribing. Now, if you're not already a subscriber, I do have a 10% discount and the details are in the description below the video. And it's a great way if you haven't decided about subscribing, you can at least use the discount to try the kits. It's a great way to just sort of do that and get a little bit of money off. So yeah, so details in the description below. Okay, so yeah, adding now some of the gold puffy stickers. I love a little bit of gold, and and what's sort of Christmas and festive layouts like without a bit of sparkle. So definitely adding a little bit of gold in here. So some of the stars and the snowflakes. I'm just tucking those into each of my embellishment clusters just to sort of balance it across the layout. And then I'm sort of nearly done. I've got the jolly. That's from the chipboard shapes. I am denied about that. I was like, was I going to do the holly jolly from the gold one, the gold puffy stickers, or just stick with the jolly? And I just went, I'm just going to stick with jolly because it was a lovely day. And it was, we had a really lovely time. It was fun. So yeah, I felt like, jolly was just perfect for my title. So I stuck with just the jolly. Oh, the little bow there, just deciding, it's going to stay there over on the house. And then, one more snowflake. And then I'm sort of getting close to the end. There isn't too much else that I add. There we go, just checking that I'm happy with the placement of everything. And then I do add some splatters because in the colour kit, which is the one with the Nouveau Mousse in it and the Lindy's Magical, you have the red, but you also have the gold. It's called Golden Sleigh Bells. So I am going to add some gold splatters just around the embellishment clusters. Again, just picking up the gold puffy stickers that I've already got down. So yeah, just adding a little bit of that. It's a lovely, lovely, bright, rich gold. So I'll just cover my photo up and then I will just add the splatters around the embellishment clusters there and down on the bottom left. And that was it. I left it at that. Okay, I am done. I will just add my journaling. You'll see the close-ups. Here you go. Here is the final layout. And here are some of the close-ups. You'll see the lovely detailed details from the stamps. It's the Fair Isle border set that came out with the November kits. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching the process video and I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.